All right, top of the morning to y'all. So last year, if some of you remember, in Norway, everyone told me, oh, you can drink the water out of the streams, everything's good, and I'm sure it is if you're used to it, but just the gut microbiome is a little bit different when you've spent 30 years in the United States before you come over here. And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it out in Finland this year, see if I can just drink the tap water, save some money, save the environment from buying these bottled waters. But yeah, last night I think that finally caught up to me, and definitely heading to the store right now to buy some bottles of water. And I will not be making that mistake again unless I have like a lot of time to adapt to the European water, because it just didn't really work out that well. Let's just say that. I'll leave the details out of it. But anyways, good morning. To go get some bottled water and maybe some kind of electrolyte replenishment. Joys of travel. Big love to my girlfriend Megan back home. She's been managing a juice land, killing it over there. It ain't no juice land, but the fruit ain't too bad. Apple, grape, blueberry, raspberry. That's what's for breakfast. Kind of fire. It's like sweet, but not too sweet. Pretty much a fancy apple juice or applesauce. Seven out of 10. All right, you guys, a little update on my waitlist spot. Apparently, I just talked to Doug Bierkus, and he said he's going to extend the time that they'll potentially allow players to check in or not check in longer than they ever had for a major, just to try to get me in if they can. So I'll know at the latest by 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. If anyone doesn't check in, then I'm going to, I guess, get their spot. So if you're not checked in and you're thinking about not doing it, and go ahead and check in. I hate to snag your spot that way, but I kind of try to plead my case, talk about how there's 15 players less than 970 rated. I've won an elite event, all these type of things. My grandparents are from Ireland, so I tried to hit him with every angle I could, and he appreciated and kind of cracked up at my case that I made. But at the end of the day, they said they're not going to extend the spots to more than 200. They really want the kind of attractiveness of saying that they have 45 countries represented, as we try to make disc golf like an Olympic sport, which I think is important for the growth of the game. So, if I got to take the personal hit for that, it's on me. I got to make sure that I sign up not 2 hours late next time like I did this time, or just climb my rating back up like I'm going to, and then it's not even going to matter anyways. But time to go get this mop chopped and make sure I'm fresh and ready for the World Championships. Still got the fingers crossed I'm going to make it. And I don't know, Doug's saying that he says every year at the major there's someone that doesn't make it last minute. I don't take tons of confidence from that, but at the same time, I feel like there's a chance, and I'm going to be prepared if there is. So come get the mop chop. Let's see what it looks like. First overseas haircut. All right, y'all, there we go. Apparently, bro thought I needed to be 6'6", not 6'4". So once I work this stuff down a little bit, I think I like it for the most part on the edge job. And I really didn't want to sit in there forever. Tell them, oh, you make it a little tighter so my head ain't so flared and big. It's already big enough as is. But all in all, I'm gonna have a hat on anyways most of the days. But maybe if I have enough of my wax left, I'll let it hang one of the days. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a shower, get the extra hair off, and then see how it falls. Because he used this brush I've never had. He's kind of twisting it and trying to bring it up. So I don't know, maybe if I can get some of this height off where I'm not 6'6.5" just because I have 2 inches of hair, then I think it should be fine. But let me know in the comments what y'all think. First finish haircut. All right, am I looking the part now? Time to go get some coffee and breakfast. Trying a new spot today. Hopefully I don't get dumped on. I probably should have brought my little umbrella, but I am testing fate. It is me. See you there. Well, it started raining while I was walking, so I stopped at the Seman Cavilla. What we got? We got a little broccoli quiche I wasn't gonna get a pastry, but then I saw these pistachio guys sitting there and the vanilla latte. So let's start with the latte, see how it is. Cheers, y'all. Interesting. It's like almost like a whey protein kind of taste to it. Definitely not exactly what I was expecting. Hey, you guys, look at this guy right here. Yate. There he is. He caught us in the vlog. Yate is going to get more wine for later, so he can give us some real good stuff. So,
You getting pie?
yeah, I'm a big, quiche, I guess this one is, but some call it pie, depends on. To me, pie has to have crust on the top, though, you know? Quiche with just the egg finish. This one tastes interesting. It's like almost tastes like it has protein, whey protein, you know?
Is that some kind of coffee? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. Not as good as expected. We're going like 3 out of 10 for Yate there. That's a harsh critic. That might be our lowest one yet, but not what we were looking for, so. You know, now I'm kind of regretting not just walking through the rain since it kind of stopped right away. When I saw it start, I was like, oh, I'm going to turn right here because there's a spot. And the nice thing about this spot is as soon as I start walking back to the apartment, I'll be like under the railroad tracks in a tunnel, so I'll be protected from the rain for a little bit, and then I will have minimal time of having to sprint through the rain if needed. But let's hope that the warm quiche makes up for the coffee. That's really just tastes like a protein drink. Yeah, not what I was looking for. Okay, quiche, pretty soft throughout. You always love when the crust creates like a nice textural difference from the middle, but it's hard to tell when you hit the crust versus the eggy center. Got the broccoli and cheese. Quiche also leaving something to be desired. One more bite and then we'll give a rating. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like also when they heat stuff up in Europe, I feel like maybe they burned someone's mouth in the past and so they're scared to make it hot, but I want my stuff not warm, hot. So quiche, maybe better than the coffee objectively, but not by much. I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 10. It's some food, but now we're really relying on this pistachio pastry to make up for everything else. So after I finish the quiche, take another sip of coffee, we'll get on to that one. The nice thing is I do have a napkin today, so I can wipe off that sugar from my mouth right away when I eat my pastry versus yesterday's donut. Thanks for bearing with me with my messy mouth there yesterday, you guys. And also my bad camera work where I was showing the bottom half of my face through half the vlog. But you know, you live and you learn. As long as you're learning, keep on living. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm kind of afraid that the little Carl Fraser complimentary chocolate is gonna be the best thing we have from this cafe. I think it's one of those that, you know, maybe they take advantage of that location, being at the train station, at the bus stop, where people get off, they're just ready to have something right away and they don't want to walk and look for stuff. So I feel like they're one of those places, that location might keep them in business, but once someone tries this and tries another place, it's gonna be hard to want to come back. Sorry. All right, now for the final test. Let's see how this pistachio pastry is. I picked one like right in the middle of the doneness. They kind of had a variety of like from underdone to overdone, depending on what you like. So I figured somewhere in the middle might be the best. I was kind of hoping for some more pistachio flavor. Definitely just enough to call it pistachio, I guess. You guys, I hate to do it, but we might have everything at this cafe be less than 5 out of 10. I'm gonna go 4 out of 10 on that. It just, even the sugar kind of tastes weird. little like chemically. I don't even know how to describe it. I don't really get a pistachio flavor. Yeah, this is going to be a one and done here at the Cavilla. Sorry, sorry me, honestly. A waste of money. Whoopsies. You know, I was going to say the redeeming piece, but I can't really even redeem it. I guess the hospitality of giving free chocolate. But it's not even a product made by them, so. Anyways, if you've ever been to Europe, you know that European chocolate is just better than American chocolate because they don't put as many preservatives in it so they can stay on the shelf for freaking 2 years instead of making it with no preservatives where it only has a 6-month shelf life, but then it just tastes so much better. I think if you do that, people will buy it more, and then you don't have to worry about having this extended shelf life as much. So get on the train in the United States, call Fraser, milk chocolate definitely goes hard. I'm gonna give it 8.9 out of 10. Really solid. The park right in front of our house has this little miniature zoo. We got Turkey Friend right here. They got the little pine tree bonsai in here hanging out. What else we got? Got some turkey facts, if you know how to read Finnish. Oh, here we have I thought it was a crow, black chicken, and a black rooster. The ayam samani. No, ayam samani. And we got these guys, some more colorful chicken buds. More colorful chicken buds. Yeah, turkey and a bunch of chickens. Apparently, if you want to get rid of the ticks and you live in the United States, get some chickens for your yard. We also have these little sparrow guys, these little finches who found their way into here, hanging out with their old cousins. Those have some crazy colors. Beautiful with their fancy little tail feathers, little foot feathers. Hello, friend. How you doing?
You want to put that 6 again?
He likes that spot.
It doesn't lay up today. Yeah, it is. I can film your shit, by the way. No way I did it again. It's so simple. Throw it towards the fucking thing.
You like that spot as well?
Ronnie. I'm not gonna do you did.
Bad influence.
Oh, what? Why is that one up? One day.
The European harvester ant sale. Big boys. See if Ronnie can save here. No. Alright, you guys, something I don't see enough in the United States is using these type of tree blockers to keep the trees alive so you can maintain the same hole. You don't have to change your holes over and over. So, especially if you can do it with an old tree where it has that curved edge so you still get kind of natural kicks instead of like a plank. I think that's pretty ideal. So, listen and learn. On Ronnie today. Alright, you guys, 3 Michelin star chef himself, Yate Jensen. What a treat. We got the pasta with pesto. You got the peas in there, some cheese, toasted pine nuts. You got the focaccia, and one of his more natural styles of wine. So, super grateful for Yate making this meal. It's gonna be delicious, yo. Skål.
Skål.
You big on the eye contact, right? That's I don't like if you don't give me eye contact during the skull, then I don't trust you anymore. But Yate just gave the breakdown of the wine beautifully. Some stuff about macerating it with the skins on, no filtration, no sulfates to preserve it, so very natural.
A little funky. We got some funky flavors in there.
Oh yeah.
Very fruity, very flowery-ish. Get some honey, some kind of those, like you can kind of taste the yeasts as well, because it's been sitting with the yeasts for some time.
It's definitely unlike any wine I've had. I feel like it's just the way it kind of hits your tongue right away, and like the acidity and some stuff.
Usually there's very good or high acidity in the natural wines as well.
I'm trying to describe one of the flavors I'm getting, but I can't really. So
I feel like there's a lot of
very unique
pineapples, like fresh apples and pears, and then some like tropical fruits like passion fruit, grapefruits, and then like flowery white flowers. Like if you walk out on a day where it's like the flowers just blossomed.
Wow, poetry in motion. Yate Jensen, you guys.
Pretty good. And finish.
Gotta stay local. We love it.
No, you didn't rate it 10 out of 10. I wouldn't rate it 10 out of 10.
All right, you guys. This is my second bowl. Obviously, you can tell. Delicious food by Yate. Yeah, it was really good. Honestly, one of the better meals. Probably the best meal I've had since we've been here. Probably even better than yesterday's pizza, I'd say. I probably overrated yesterday's pizza. I let them off the hook for that soggy crust. I probably should have rated more along Yate's 7.0. So I'm going to give Yate's pasta I'm going to give it an 8.7. I think it was really good. There's not really much better he could do. I thought the pine nuts brought a good textural difference. The peas and the pesto were a good balance of like sweet and salty, a little bit of herbaceousness, and yeah, can't be mad at it. Learn some more about wines from his knowledgeable self. Don't forget Yate.Jensen on Instagram. You guys better up his follower count if you want to learn about some good wines.
What do you rate the wine?
The wine, I don't know. I'm definitely more used to the kind of modern wines that have more of like the flavor kind of all hits you at once. This one I feel like kind of was aggressive at first and then settled in. I liked it though. I thought it paired well, especially once we started eating the food too, and I had the different flavors going in the mouth. For the wine, I'm gonna go. I know you guys love this number, so I'm gonna go 6.9 on the wine. I thought it was pretty solid. But yeah, overall, very filling and happy with the meal. It's exactly what I needed, especially after that trash breakfast. So, thanks, Yate. Behold the beauty. You wouldn't guess what time it is. It's freaking 10:30 plus right now, like 10:40. I just took the bus back to the Monster, Tampere, Disc Golf and Corson, and because I left my Luna earlier, and I really want that back, especially for the final practice round at the Beast tomorrow. I know there's at least one hole where I like that disc off the tee, and it's a nice approach disc to have out there for certain shots. Little practice round recap. First off, that delicious dinner was awesome. Me and Yate were yapping for a while, and shout out to Roni for taking the L in our practice round and buying ice cream today. That's right. I had a pretty slow start. I felt still just haven't really had a rhythm with my body. And so I was +2 through 8, but I stayed patient. Finally slowed my damn feet down, and I went 6 down on the last 10 holes at the Monster, which is, if you ever played there on the championship layout, you know how tough that is. Probably the harder side of the course. And so I felt good to throw some lines. Remember that accuracy is more important than distance in so many cases. Who cares who throws the farthest drive on any hole? And all that matters is if you can string some birdies together. That's always been something I've told myself, and something, we all need to listen to over and over and over again. Learn that lesson. So yeah, I finished 4 down, won the practice round. Yate kind of played slow, played a 3 down, but Roni had to work his long shift, so he had a valid excuse. Tough conditions for him. Holy crap, that's the biggest rabbit I've ever seen in my life. Let's see if I can flip the camera. Hold on. Alright, we'll see if this rabbit's still here, you guys. Okay, I don't see the rabbit anymore. I literally thought it was a fox at first. Turns out it was just a big old rabbit. They have another species of rabbit that we don't have in the United States over here? I think so. But I'm over here, walking to get my Luna. Anyways, productive practice round. Beautiful sunset. The nice thing also about the late sunset, I feel like, is like you have an extra long twilight. So hopefully I go back and someone found my Luna and tossed it towards the practice baskets. That's my number one hope. Or maybe it's still there where I left it. I looked for it for a few minutes during the practice round because I threw it off a warm-up shot on hole one, and didn't really feel like slowing down the practice round. So after about 5 minutes, I gave up on it. So we'll keep you guys updated if we find it. Hopefully so. Well, you guys, I guess mother F me, because it's out there waiting 24 minutes getting beat up by mosquitoes. We try to take the bus back from the OTB Disc Golf Center, because it says on Google at 11:24 they're going to stop at that stop right in front, and there's a nice bus lane open. Dude just drove straight past me, looked at me. He hit a red light about 100 meters down. I tried to sprint after him with my sandals. Couldn't get there fast enough. He just bailed on me. And I get over to this other guy who's leaving the disc golf course. He has his window down, so I'm like, oh, hey, what, the bus stop just doesn't stop here at night? And he kind of looked at me like I was some crazy person. I was kind of trying to hitch a ride with him, to tell you the truth. I'm just a foreigner trying to survive out here, getting torn up by mosquitoes. And he pointed out the green light, and he just booked it because he was probably like, oh, this guy's crazy. I ain't crazy, bro. I'm just trying to get a freaking ride home. But now the bus, who I literally paid for, which you get an hour and a half of riding, I can't even fucking go back to the apartment on it because screw me, I guess. Wow. So now I'm walking, and I guess I'm just hoping to find a scooter so I can scoot my way on back, because that's where we're at. So signing off for the night. Monday, getting close to midnight. Hopefully I can get myself back before midnight and get some rest for one more day of practice. Still number one on that wait list. And I don't know, my guy Doug Bierkus at the PDGA said he feels really good about my chances of getting in. So I'm going to keep preparing like I'm gonna. And keep my fingers crossed. I'm going to need y'all to send your energy, send your love my way so I can make it in. I won't go into all the semantics of the players who should probably give me their spot. Because they've either DNF'd I won't let you guys look up on the PGA website who those are, but also another player from Finland who he's not here to win. He's just here to say he played Worlds in Finland because it's right here next to him. And I'm out here trying to make it. And they just care more about saying there's 45 countries in Worlds than actually having the world's best competitors playing. So, that's on me. Won't happen ever again. That's for sure. But I'm gonna use it for fuel, and I guess I'm just gonna hope I never have to deal with it again. Actually, I'm not even gonna hope, because I'm just gonna make it happen. So yeah, wish me luck on finding a scooter soon. I don't have to walk 5 miles back to the spot. Woo! Peace, y'all. Thanks for watching, for listening to my yapping self. It's always real. It's always real. Well, since the bus said, see you later, bud, we're not going to stop and pick you up, I guess I'm scooting back home. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been on a scooter, really since last year in Finland. So, actually in Estonia. It feels like home. Hey, also quick little PSA. If you have a business, whether you're in Europe or in the United States, and you don't update your Google hours, then F you, because you know what? A lot of people use Google as an easy resource resource to figure out what they're doing. And I tried to look on Google to see if I'd be able to ride back on the bus, and it showed me that the stop that I was sitting at right outside the disc golf center had an 11:24 pickup, but I guess it's closed to construction right now, even though that side of the road literally has no construction on it. The lane's wide open for them to stop and pick me up. Dude drove past me, literally made eye contact, stopped at the red light, sees me running after him, just continues on. So update your Google hours and you'll have a lot more happy customers and probably a lot more 5-star reviews. And we all know, in a world full of competition, having good 5-star reviews is going to help you separate yourself from the competition. So I'm going to get on and drop a little 1-star on the bus system here, just to spite them, just purely out of spite. So yeah, there's the end of the PSA. All right, guys, I don't know if you guys can see them. You obviously can see them. These wild hares out here, I guess they are probably hares. They look to be the size of them. Are actually bigger than your small dog by a long shot. I mean, these things gotta weigh 15 to 20 pounds a piece. They're legitimately like fox sized. You easily confuse them for a fox when you see them. Just out here chilling in the city center. Can you believe it's midnight? We still have light out. I wonder if my homies will let me get close. What's up, y'all? How you feeling? Don't go over there. Stay in the grass. I want to go say hello and pet him, but I don't want to scare him into the road, so I want to be a responsible human being. That's right. Do unto others as you would like for them to do unto you. I stopped my ride a little short just to say hello to the rabbit friends, and some of you guys probably know, but I'm born in the age of right around the time where Pokemon became a thing, and so I've always been a pretty big Pokemon fan. And since I'm on the road playing disc golf, I don't really have much time for other video games, which I've once been a pretty decent connoisseur of different video games. League of Legends. Used to be a big Halo guy. Gears of War, for those of you who remember that back in the day. Definitely dabbled in some Warcraft here and there, but that one I quickly recognized takes too much time. And if I could clone myself, I always say I have a clone playing WoW somewhere probably. But, Pokemon Go, I took a pretty long hiatus from for a while. Probably since like April, I hadn't really played. I discovered Pokemon Pocket, and I've been trying to get a little bit into the card game, and Pocket's kind of a nice condensed version of that. But I took a long enough hiatus where Go started sounding appealing to me again. So, I'm just going to walk home, catch some European Pokemon on my way back, and stroll through the park, enjoy being in the city where there's a few less mosquitoes. And, see what kind of European Pokies we can catch, maybe some shinies. Maybe add to the hundo list. You never know. You never know. So, if you play and you want to add me, drop your username in the comments below. And, I'll add you on there. I'll send you some European gifts, and yeah, let's do it. We gotta catch them all together, y'all. Life's too short. I think it's all about finding ways to enjoy it. And if you can't be a nerd about something or another, then you're just lying to yourself. You're trying to be a tough guy, whatever it is. Who cares? Do what you enjoy, and make sure you're learning and being a good person every day, and life's going to end up pretty good for you. So, yeah, I think that half bottle of wine's probably getting to me, so I'm over here yapping. But, like I said, I'm enjoying life. And I appreciate everyone who helped me get to Europe by booking a lesson with me, or my guy Frank, who sent some cash over my way yesterday to help pay for some meals over here and some of my travel expenses. He paid for that scooter ride. Paid for that bus ride earlier, so shout out to you, Frank, and everybody who supports me and just spreads love and not hate, because we need more of that in the world. There's enough bad shit going on that, you gotta spread the good when you can. So cheers to spreading good.